You know, I don't know how well this is going to record, but we'll give it a try. All right, so I've got 2 and 3 pressed against the crank. Now if I start to turn the crank just a little, it should lower it to where I can slip bearings in. Yeah, I think I can get the bearings in just like that. Okay. Oh no, I just knocked over my oil. Okay. I brought a mug. I recovered some barely used oil from a vehicle and I put it in a coffee mug, and I use it when I just need to oil something, and I just knocked it half over. Darn it. Alright. Got my pack of bearings. I can't seem to get it open. I'll get my knife out for this. Good grief, what kind of plastic is this? I'm afraid of shoplifters taking these connecting rod bearings. Alright. I still can't get them out. Almost got one. Yay, I got one. What in the world, guys? Okay. Well, now I just have to touch the floor to get some oil. Darn it. Alright, fresh oil on the bearing, which I'm likely to drop anyway, so. Okay. I don't mind fishing if I have some play. I can fish this bearing in. Alright. What you can do, well, I have a pry bar here, but what you could do if you want to be careful is push it with another bearing. But let me just use the locking tab. Got to make sure it lines up in the locking tab. Huh. It doesn't. Alright, let me lift the piston just a little bit. I just don't want it coming out of the cylinder. That'd be a pain in the neck. Got all kinds of play here. Why is it not lining up with the lock tab? These are for this motor. Alright, let's try this again. Whoa. See, definitely no binding, so I don't have to worry about the bearing scoring stuff that goes in. Alright, that's in. Cool. And I laid the caps next to me in order. That was number 4. Okay, cylinder 4. Set the cap, and get another bearing. Touch the floor, get some oil. I mean, it's still cleanish. I'm just touching the top of it anyway. Alright. Remember, lock tabs go to the back. Oh, you know what I forgot to check is to make sure that the oiling holes line up on the pistons. Yeah, I'm looking at one above it. Yeah, they do. They line up. Okay. The torque spec on these is 10 to 12 foot-pounds and then 60 to 65 degrees. So if you don't have an angle meter, which I don't know where it is. Establish your angle, and you can do that a couple different ways. Here's my 14. Where's my torque wrench? Oh, I had my torque wrench up above. Oh, I'm gonna need an extension for this. Yeah. All right, let me grab an extension. So if you knew you had to do 90 degrees, you know, you got plenty of 90-degree angles you can start and finish at. And I mean, the number of degrees in a click of a ratchet, you could easily, like for instance, if I needed to go 45 degrees from there, I could easily, well, except for the AC being in the way, I could easily find 45. And 60, you know, just visualize it's 2/3 of a quarter of a rotation. Yeah, you don't need to go buy the right tool for that. That's just a, you know, you can borrow a protractor, you can print one out if you need. I mean, you got a lot of options. I am just raising it up. Not tightening it down yet. I've had plenty of times where I go to torque it. I torque all four and then the motor does not move. So because I have that happen all the time, I'm going to snug all of these. Actually, I'll probably do the 10. I'll do the 10 foot-pounds. Let's see. Okay. No. No. Okay. This is not the most intuitive interface. Oh, good. I'm at 100. Okay. 10. Set. I've read the reviews for this, and I agree. Works great, but the interface kind of sucks. It's like they tried to simplify it by putting things like, you know, an acceleration when you're holding the up or down. And all it does is accelerate way past whatever you got to set it to. You know, let's say you got to set it to 50. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 100, 200, 500. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but that's what I mean. Like it starts accelerating in huge steps and still jumping just as fast. I mean, if it did the same acceleration, but it had like twice the pause when it started to do it, you could easily let off just at the right time. Why does it look like there is a broken stud here? No, it's just filled with junk. Okay, I wonder if is that in the camera? No. All right, well, might get a look at that. And by the way, yes, this engine is still held by a couple of strings. It'll be fine. Okay. Yep, there. This is the wrong cap. Crap. Okay. Turns out this is a fail blog video. No, Ben can't count. This is 2, not 4. Yeah, I know. The tool just laughed at me. And you know, I'll be honest with it. If everything has to be within such strict tolerances, why does it matter so much that the caps match? Woo! All right. Okay. Clean that off. All right. Touch the floor. Y'all get America's Funniest Home Auto Repairs. Take a glance up there, make sure nothing moved. Yeah, nothing moved. Okay. Hey. Yeah, I'll just put this on with the impact wrench. No, not going to. It's tempting, but no. Okay, now, turn this back on. Make sure it's still set to 10. It is still set to 10. And the underside of this thing really needs to be clean. Let's make a whole 5-hour video of that. Okay. We're about ready to start tightening down. I think I need a longer extension for this. You know what would be kind of neat is if I could count the number of clicks, like a number of degrees per click, then I could simply go back by a certain length and then tighten it, and I'll know how many degrees I'm tightening it. I might do that. Let go. Thank you. Okay. 10. Okay. Turn this off so it doesn't beep at me. Oh, okay. There it goes. Nope. Does it not turn off? Okay, I'll just let it get tired and beep at me. Okay, there's number 3. Make sure I got my caps right. Hey. An exhaust in the way. Whoa, caught it. Up, come on. Whoops. Wonder if my camera has a timeout. Hope not. Keep that in there. Oh, a little further. It didn't pop out, did it? I'm going to take a peek and see if I have to completely compress this piston. Damn it. Yes. I don't think. No, I'm going to see if I can just compress that top ring and put it back in. I really doubt it. Did I get it? I think I got it. Nope. I gotta pull this whole piston out. Darn it. Okay. That's frustrating. How many more ways will I fail? bearing. Ah, no. It won't pass the bottom of the cylinder. There. Okay. All right. Okay. Where did the pieces of rubber hose go? Oh, there's the little one. Filled with oil. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to put fresh oil on the connecting rod bolts. I can still do that. Okay. And this one should be, yeah, it is seated right on, the bearing is in. Hooray! Alright, I'm gonna put some fresh oil. On the rod bolts. Okay. Fresh oil on the bearing. Okay. Fresh bearing on the rod cap. And then not so fresh rod cap on the not so fresh piston. And then drop something. Oh boy, this is in a fun angle, isn't it? Yeah, okay. It's a terrible angle to work in. And because I don't want to do all this all over again, I'm going to take, well, I kind of have to. Alright, I'm taking these two off so I can oil the connecting rod bolts for cylinder 2, because I forgot. I'm not paying attention. Oh, it's stuck. There it is. Oh, it doesn't. You know, a plucka can would be pretty nice right now. Let go. There. All right. Whoops. Couldn't get it to turn. I put the ratchet on it and it's too loose to even ratchet. You do kind of have to do this to make sure that your torque is consistent. So now this isn't a waste of time. It's annoying, but it's not a waste of time. You know, I thought this one had a full cast girdle. It looks like it just has 5 individual caps. Huh. I'll look at the 01 again. I think it had a cast girdle. Is it the same counterweights? You know, I'm really curious about the difference between the 99 and the 01 now. The 01 is, I think they only made those engines for 2000 and 2001. Maybe it's the same one for like the later Xteras or something, but no, don't fall. Come on. Man, why do these threads keep binding up? And not by much either, just enough I can't spin it in. And now I can spin it in. Okay, you come back around again. Back drag on this thing is brutal. All right. Yahoo. Now this one needs to be rotated a little bit. Oops. It needs to be rotated a little less than that. There. Okay. See if I can pull this down from up here. Oh yeah, it's coming down. Let me slip that bearing in before I get too far. Or maybe I will get it down and then put the bearing in, because this is not behaving. Ugh. That's close, but it's not quite on. It's off by a hair. I don't know if I'll be able to get this with the pry bar without causing damage. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Now, uh-oh. It's all the way down on one side and not on the other. Well, okay, it simply wasn't square. We don't need some stupid oversized thing going on here. Okay. And this is 1, because I can count. All right. Oil the thread. Oil the thread. Oil the bearing. Oil the everything. Okay. Ew. Remember all that stuff I scraped off the motor? Yeah, I just found it. You know, I checked the old rods. I don't think I checked these new rods to see if they were straight. They didn't look bad, but I mean, could be a slight bit bent, and I might not see it until I throw some boost on it and it comes out the side. Well, too late now. Honestly, these are darn strong rods. They don't bend very often. Okay, number 4. That's nice. They labeled the caps too. FE, I guess, for front, and CE for center, and RE for rear. And I guess the two in between 1 and 2 and between 3 and 4, I guess they don't really, they're not labeled because they're the same. Pry bar? Where'd it go? Another lost tool. Oh, found it. Okay. I'm probably getting my hair in motor oil. Ah! This is both how and why cursing was invented. Okay, that's in. Let me feel it real quick. Flush and flush. Let's see if I can pull it down onto the journal. Whoops. All right. Nice. Oil. Oil. I had one Dodge Turbo I was rebuilding, and I so carefully, I kept track of everything, where it came out of, where it went back, and I followed the guide for putting the connecting rod caps back on, and you know, I plastic gauged every bearing. Everything was going on exactly right. And when I torqued it down, the engine would not move. I could not crank that thing at all. I tried having the starter push while I cranked it with the with a socket on the crankshaft. It just was not going to budge. Pulled all the caps off, it would spin. Snugged them back on, it would spin. Tightened any one of them, and it stopped. I took the caps off, you know, and I had marked them to be absolutely sure that I had them right. Brought them to the machinist. Machinist checked, said, yeah, everything's right. It all looks good. It's all within spec. Went, put it back on, and I started tightening them back on, and it did it again. It would just bind up. So, just out of curiosity, I took, you know, cap from number 4, put it on number 2, and it would still spin. Okay, put cap from number 2, put it on number 1, and it would still spin. I ended up, if I had the 4 caps not on their original pistons, it worked just fine. Oops, let me turn on the beeping nagger. There. Yeah. Why? Okay. I thought this went on straight. Well, let me, I'm not going to do the 60-degree turn yet, because I want to make sure that the engine still spins. Yeah, it still does, and it's nice and smooth. Okay, what I could probably do... Alright, I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna take a ratchet and count the number of teeth per rotation. Yeah, I gotta take a short break. I'll be back.